Good afternoon, class. Today I want to talk to you about doping in professional sports. So first off, do you know what doping is, and are you aware that it's happening? So doping is the use of banned substances within competitive sports. So using performance-enhancing drugs like anabolic steroids, test boosters, cortisones, peptide hormones. These are all considered performance-enhancing drugs that are banned to professional sports. So when is it okay to use these drugs? You can use these drugs only for a legitimate medical reason. So if you're an NCAA football player and you break your leg, a doctor's going to review your situation and say, hey man, we got to give you steroids to heal you up. So what is he going to do is he's going to fill out a TUE, a therapeutic use of exemption. So this form, which can only be submitted by a doctor, will allow you to take steroids in your time of need, but you got to stop using it once you're healed up. So this form that's filled out by a doctor is going to get sent up to the medical committee of the NCAA, and they're going to be the final yes or no as if you can use it or not. So, what are the long-lasting side effects? You can have irregular heart rhythm, elevated blood pressure, you can have a heart attack, you can cause insomnia, aggressive behavior, suicide, and low sex drive. So, with all that being said, why would athletes want to take this drug? So, you have professional athletes like Manny Ramirez and Alex Rodriguez. These guys are celebrities in the MLB. So what they said is that their celebrity name was decreasing in value. That's why they used drugs to make them better, because it was hurting their name, like how bad they were playing. So they were doing extremely well from day one, and as they got older, their performance declined. So they started using drugs to make them play better because they felt like their name was just getting devalued because sponsors were dropping them, their teams were offering them less money, so they started doping. Both players were both hitting dingers multiple times in like one game, and the MLB caught eye of it, so they made them randomly drug tests during the baseball game. Like after they hit home runs, they went to the dugout and they said, hey, take this drug test, and they both failed. So once they got caught, they were both banned for a whole year from the MLB. But the most notable user was Lance Armstrong. So Lance Armstrong is considered the godfather of doping. This man orchestrated a 7-man team while he won his Tour de France titles. Probably is considered the godfather. He used his status as like having cancer as a get out of free jail card for like why he wouldn't be able to do it. So people would be like, Lance, you're using drugs. He's like, nah, man, I got cancer. Like, why would you tell me that? Get out of here. And people would just feel sorry for him, so they would never believe that he was doping. So the World Anti-Doping Agency, the WADA, stated that the purpose of anti-doping is to protect the athlete, his fundamental right to participate in doping-free sports, and thus promote health, fairness, and equality for athletes worldwide. So more than 660 sports organizations have committed to signing this paperwork because it's basically saying like, hey, I'm a professional athlete, I'm going to go play basketball in Japan, and Japan's going to be like, hey, sign that WADA form because you signing that is saying that you're not going to do drugs, and you know the consequences if you do drugs. So that's all it is, just a waiver saying don't do drugs and you won't have any problem. So the WADA, they're kind of like the law enforcement about drugs. They've said that if you get caught, you can be banned for 1 year from professional sports. If you get caught again, you can have a lifetime ban of professional sports. So basically, what we're trying to get across is you don't need to do drugs to make you a better ball player. It's just the hard work and dedication that you put in and the time to be a professional athlete. Not even professionally, just to be a genuine athlete. You don't need drugs to do anything like that.